commitment that we have in life is good the whole time. No, you're going to get a dump. They're going to dump shit on you. Can you now stand in front of everybody with doo-doo on you and be like, yep, we finna try again. I'm finna do it again.
You know what? Let me wipe this shit off. I got another idea.
Oh, bro, like, I'm definitely finna take a bath, 100%. I'm gonna get it from in between my neck. Like, we gotta get the shit off us, but you gotta continue to.
In a shocking late-night incident, Iman Shumpert was allegedly caught breaking into Teyana Taylor's home. Eyewitnesses claim they heard him screaming, "I want my family back," while banging on her door. Security cameras, neighbors, and even Teyana's inner circle are now involved, and the situation is spiraling fast. Was this a desperate act of love or a dangerous emotional breakdown? Reports began flooding social media early this morning about a disturbance at Teyana's private residence. According to neighbors and anonymous sources, Iman showed up uninvited, demanding to see his children and shouting in the driveway. Security was alerted immediately, and it said that Teyana was home at the time, terrified and unsure what Iman might do next. The police were reportedly called, but before they arrived, Iman had already left the property. One neighbor claimed to have recorded the confrontation, and snippets of audio are already circulating online. Witnesses described the scene as chaotic, with Iman pacing back and forth, visibly agitated. He reportedly shouted phrases like, "You can't keep my kids from me," and "This isn't over, Teyana." The intensity of his outburst left neighbors concerned for the safety of everyone involved. Some even reported hearing objects being thrown, though it's unclear whether any property was damaged. The incident has since sparked a flurry of online discussions, with many expressing shock at the former NBA star's behavior. Iman and Teyana's relationship has been unraveling in public for months, but things weren't always this toxic. They started off as a power couple. She was the bold R&B queen, and he was the charismatic NBA star. They shared moments of love, co-parenting, music videos, and even a reality show together. But behind the scenes, there were cracks, rumors of cheating, jealousy, and long nights spent apart. When the divorce became public, it shocked many fans, but it also seemed like the healthiest move at the time. Their love story began with promise, captivating fans who admired their chemistry and shared passions. However, over time, the pressures of fame, career demands, and personal differences began to take a toll. Reports of Iman's alleged infidelity surfaced, and Teyana's social media posts hinted at emotional turmoil. Despite attempts to maintain a united front, the couple's struggles became increasingly evident, leading to their eventual separation. Since the separation, insiders say Iman has not been handling things well. Friends report he's been emotionally unstable and obsessed with getting his family back. He's been posting cryptic messages on social media, hinting at regret, heartbreak, and personal chaos. Some believe this latest incident was his breaking point, triggered by seeing Teyana move on, possibly with someone new. There's speculation that he may have attempted to speak with the kids but wasn't allowed direct contact, pushing him over the edge. Sources close to Iman reveal that he's been struggling with feelings of isolation and loss. His attempts to reach out to Teyana have reportedly been met with resistance, further exacerbating his emotional state. Friends have expressed concern over his mental health, noting that he has become increasingly withdrawn and erratic. The recent incident at Teyana's home may be a manifestation of these mounting pressures, signaling a need for intervention and support. Teyana hasn't made an official statement yet, but sources close to her say she's shaken and deeply concerned. Her family is reportedly furious and now considering legal action to secure full custody and a restraining order. Her inner circle claims this wasn't the first time Iman has shown up unannounced, and they're calling it harassment. She's focused on protecting her kids and maintaining peace, but this incident might have crossed a line she can't ignore. One family member said, "She gave him chances. He's out of control now. This can't go on." Those close to Teyana, Taylor describe her current emotional state as one of constant tension and unease. Sources familiar with her situation say that she's living with heightened anxiety, often glancing over her shoulder and maintaining an air of vigilance, even in private settings. She's become extremely protective, not just of herself, but, most importantly, of her children. According to insiders, she has significantly increased security measures around her home, hiring additional personnel and installing new surveillance systems. The stress of the situation has made her seriously consider relocating to an entirely new city, or at least temporarily leaving Los Angeles, in order to feel safer and give her family some peace. Friends say that this isn't just a reaction to a single incident. It's the culmination of long-standing fear, emotional strain, and growing concern that things might escalate further. While Teyana is known for her strength and public composure, those close to her admit that this time, she's struggling to maintain that strong exterior. The toll is visible in the way she speaks, moves, and even interacts with those around her. Friends say she appears exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally drained by the roller coaster of the past several weeks. Her primary concern, above all else, remains the well-being and emotional safety of her children. She is said to be doing everything in her power to ensure that they are shielded from the chaos that has overtaken her personal life and the media coverage surrounding it. Despite everything she's dealing with, she remains focused on providing a sense of normalcy and security for them. As the news spread, the internet exploded with commentary and polarized reactions. Social media is alive with opinions, speculations, and emotional responses. Some fans, sympathizing with Iman Shumpert, believe he's a broken man, struggling to reconcile the damage he's done and trying to fix it, albeit in the wrong way. They see a man in emotional turmoil, perhaps overwhelmed by regret and unable to communicate effectively. But that view isn't shared by everyone. Others argue that his actions are deeply concerning, pointing out that emotional instability, especially when children are involved, is a serious red flag. They believe he has crossed boundaries that no co-parent should cross, and that his behavior may indicate something more deeply rooted. In fact, some users have begun revisiting the couple's public history, piecing together red flags that were previously brushed aside or romanticized. Stories of control issues, emotional volatility, and moments where Iman appeared to be dismissive or unpredictable are being discussed in a new light. What once might have seemed like minor disagreements or misunderstandings now look more serious when viewed through the lens of current events. Fans and online commentators alike are beginning to question if this recent confrontation is simply a one-time flare-up or the tip of a much darker iceberg, one that may point to years of tension, power struggles, and unresolved trauma. The incident has sparked a worldwide wave of online discussion. Hashtags related to the situation are trending globally, with people from all corners of the internet weighing in. Supporters of Teyana are flooding timelines with messages of strength, resilience, and encouragement. Many applaud her for staying calm and focused on her family while navigating such an emotionally complex and publicly scrutinized situation. Others, meanwhile, express cautious hope that Iman will take accountability for his actions and seek help. A large number of users have turned the conversation toward broader societal issues, like mental health in men, co-parenting struggles after high-profile breakups, and the importance of setting firm boundaries even in shared parenting situations. At the same time, internet investigators, commonly referred to as social media sleuths, are busy creating speculative timelines. They're cross-referencing Teyana's recent public movements with Iman's social media activity, trying to figure out what could have triggered his recent behavior. One popular theory suggests that Iman's reaction was tied to rumors about Teyana entering a new relationship, even though no such relationship has been confirmed publicly. Some speculate that he had been monitoring her social media posts and possibly using indirect online signals to keep tabs on her life. Others believe the incident wasn't impulsive at all but premeditated, that he may have planned a confrontation to regain some sense of control or emotional leverage. Deeper speculation goes even further, with some users wondering whether Iman may be dealing with serious internal struggles, possibly related to unresolved mental health issues, including depression or anxiety that may have intensified following the slowdown of his NBA career. The sudden loss of structure and purpose that can come with leaving professional sports is known to cause emotional distress, and some fans believe this could be at the root of his erratic behavior. Theories range from Iman experiencing a midlife identity crisis to him trying to cope with feelings of failure, both personally and professionally. These theories, while speculative, are rooted in a growing sense that the public doesn't know the full story. There is an acknowledgement online that regardless of how things appear now, this situation likely has layers, many of which are still hidden from public view. With emotions running high on both sides and countless rumors circulating, it's difficult to distinguish fact from fiction. But one thing is clear: the drama has moved well beyond gossip or curiosity. It has become a deeply serious and emotionally charged conflict that could carry real-life consequences for everyone involved. For Teyana, the recent events may prompt legal action that places more formal distance between her and Iman. Friends speculate that she might soon file for full custody of their children, or, at the very least, request that any future visitation by Iman be supervised. Legal experts watching the case say that depending on the behavior Iman displayed and any evidence captured, especially if there is video footage, it could be enough to reshape custody agreements in a court of law. If any part of the incident violated legal or protective boundaries, there could be implications not just for co-parenting, but for finances, shared assets, and future legal obligations. Iman, whose public image has already taken a significant hit, now faces the risk of further reputational fallout. If more details emerge or if legal documents become public, the damage could be irreversible. And if this incident is escalated through legal channels, the couple's personal issues will no longer be a matter of speculation. They will be documented in courtrooms and dissected in the media. What began as a private matter between two parents has now transformed into a very public reckoning with consequences that go far beyond internet discourse. Legal experts suggest that Teyana has grounds to request a restraining order, especially if there is evidence of repeated unwanted contact. The courts may also reevaluate custody arrangements to ensure the children's safety. For Iman, the consequences could extend beyond the legal realm, potentially affecting his career prospects and public standing. The unfolding events serve as a stark reminder of how personal issues can have far-reaching implications when played out in the public eye. What do you think really happened here? Was this a man losing control? Or a father desperate to make things right? Drop your thoughts below, because this story is far from over, and the truth might be more complicated than it seems. Be sure to like this video, subscribe for the latest updates, and hit that bell, so you don't miss what happens next. In this wild unfolding drama, you won't believe what might be revealed next.